members of the Board of Education, administration, faculty, staff, family, friends, honored guests, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. It is my distinct honor and privilege to officially welcome you to this evening's commencement ceremony. At this time, we ask that you stand with gentlemen removing your caps as the Kenton High School's band plays our national anthem. Thank you. You may be seated. Graduates, on behalf of the entire faculty and staff, I want you to know that we are incredibly proud of you, and we are rooting for your success in everything you do next. Today isn't just a milestone, it's about honoring your journey, one defined by grit, growth, and determination. You've navigated obstacles, adapted to change, and come out stronger on the other side. You are ready for the future. You've made your mark here, and we will remember you not just for what you have achieved, but for who you are, your character, your kindness, and your remarkable spirit. An achievement like this is never a solo journey. I want to thank everyone who helped these young men and women reach this milestone. To the teachers from elementary through middle and high school who laid the foundation, to the friends who shared the memories, and especially to the parents and family who are here tonight. This day belongs to you too. Parents, thank you for trusting us, partnering with us, and letting us be a part of your child's path. On stage with me tonight, the Superintendent of Kenton City Schools is Mr. Chad Thrush. Members of our Board of Education, Mr. Rodney Hensel, Mr. Mike Steyer, Mr. Brad Wingfield, Mr. Brandon Ledley, and Mrs. Tasha Heidinger. Kenton City Schools Athletic Director, Mr. Brett Purcell, Student Services Director, Mr. Mike Letty, and Ohio High Point's Career Tech Supervisor, Mr. Craig Bales. At this time, please join me in welcoming Mr. Thrush to the podium.
Class of 2026, congratulations. You are about to receive your diploma and enter into the fraternity of Kenton High School alumni. As a member of this group, you will always be a representative of the Kenton City School District. Many of your parents sat on this field anxiously awaiting their diplomas, and so did the next 3 individuals being welcomed into the Alumni Hall of Fame today. For more than 40 years, Joe Corneely has dedicated his time to improving the agriculture industry through communications, cementing his name as a true guide and trusted news source for the Ohio agriculture. Joe began his career at WKTN, serving local farmers through his broadcasts and calling Wildcat football and basketball games. He later joined WRFD Radio, developing the 90-minute midday farm program that reached 80 Ohio counties. In 1998, Mr. Corneely was hired as the Director of Media Relations at the Ohio Farm Bureau. As the voice of the Ohio Farm Bureau, for more than 20 years, he helped to develop and create Our Ohio magazine, develop the radio program Town Hall Ohio, and launched Ohio Farm Bureau's social media accounts. He was twice awarded the Ohio Farm Bureau Agriculture Communicator Award, the only two-time recipient of that award. He was selected by the U.S. Secretary of Agriculture to accompany the U.S. delegation to European Union Economic Summit, and he represented the United States on a five-nation European trade mission with the American Soybean Association. He was president of the National Association of Farm Broadcasting in 1995, and he was voted the National Farm Broadcaster of the Year by his peers in 1996. Since his retirement, Mr. Corneli has been inducted into the Hardin County Agricultural Hall of Fame, the Ohio Agricultural Hall of Fame, and the National Association of Farm Broadcasting Hall of Fame. Please help me welcome from the class of 1974, Mr. Joe Corneli.
Well, thank you, sir, and congratulations, grads. It's a big night for all of you, and it's a tremendous honor for me to be here and extremely grateful for the opportunity. I want to thank the committee that was involved in selecting this group, and a young man named Colt Buckenroth is a part of that process. Many of you know Colt, and he's a tremendous benefit to this community. I want to take just a second and thank some teachers who were instrumental in my life, and most of them you'll never know, but you're going to remember people like I do when you're 50-some years out of high school. Martha Fugate and Dick Zitto. I wasn't a scientist or mathematician, but they taught me that it's interesting to learn new things. J.D. Smith was my music teacher and contributed to my lifelong appreciation and enjoyment of it. Coaches like Dick Jones and Bill Barrett. Now, I played basketball, but I was not an athlete. But I did learn from them the importance of working hard and how that work can pay off and how to be a good teammate. And Bruce Bryant was my communications teacher while I was in high school, and apparently he recognized something in me, and he encouraged me and motivated me into what eventually became my profession. And I also want to remember all of those junior high school teachers who kept me very familiar with the Board of Education that we used to have. And I'm not sure why I've been selected for this group, but Kenton City Schools has a long history of people with great accomplishments, and just out of my class, 1974, they're doctors and scientists and educators and business owners and agricultural leaders. And the past inductees into this hall are an impressive group. John Jester, I played in his backyard when I was like 3 years old. Hours of pickup baseball and football in the backyard with General Mike Murray. He was my neighbor, and I still absolutely believe that the dirt clod fights that Mike and I had led to him becoming a military strategist. And then, of course, I got the opportunity to set picks and take charges from Dr. Bruce McPherson on the basketball team. And to be among them is a tremendous honor. To close real quick, a couple of notes for those of you who are receiving your diplomas this evening. Don't ever stop learning. Just because you're done with high school or with college, don't ever stop. And then, most importantly, whatever lessons you learn, be the one that steps up and passes those on to the generations to follow. Be grateful for the knowledge, experiences, and friendships that you've gained through being students at Kenton City Schools. And again, I want to thank everyone involved for this wonderful honor. Congratulations, class of 26, to parents and family and friends that helped get them here. They made it. God bless you all.
Our next Hall of Fame inductee is the late Lois Lautenschlager from the class of 1963. She was a lifelong learner who started a career as a hairdresser, obtained a bachelor's degree in education, and then a master's degree in education, and finally a second master's degree in counseling. Mrs. Lautenschlager taught and retired from the Bellefontaine City Schools in 2005. but she also taught GED classes at Ohio High Point. Lois wasn't done in education, and she went on to substitute teach in Hardin County for over 17 years. Students affectionately called her Mrs. L and or the brain food lady for the candy that she would provide when you did your work. In addition to her professional achievements, she was a member of the Culture Club, her mother's club, Tender Loving Care, and the Ohio State Alumni Club of Hardin County. She was also an active member of the First Methodist Church and the Elizabeth Circle, where you could find her volunteering for various functions. Mrs. Lautenschläger was a devoted wife, mother, sister, and passionate about her support of her grandchildren and her great-grandchildren. She could carry on a conversation with anyone and had a wonderful, exuberant sense of humor. With her deep faith and a will to survive, she fought cancer valiantly for 2 years until her death in April 2024. Here to accept this honor on Miss L's behalf is her daughter, Shannon Coburn.
Hi, everybody. Congratulations to the graduates and to the other inductees. My mom, Lois, also known as Mrs. L, or the Brain Food Lady, would be absolutely tickled to be receiving this award this evening. She believed in her community, her students, her family, and most of all, her faith in a way that truly left a lasting mark on everybody she knew. She loved to talk a lot. And if you were one of her students, you probably also remember the brain food she handed out, which was really just candy shared with a smile and a lesson. It was her way of connecting, encouraging, and making sure every single student, young or old, felt cared for. She had a gift for making people feel seen and capable of more than they believed in themselves. I'm pretty sure she'd still be teaching today, as I think she was striving to be the oldest substitute at Kenton City Schools. She subbed right up until her diagnosis of stage 4 rectal cancer. I know my mom would want me to use this as a teaching moment, so please get your colonoscopies. On behalf of our family, thank you for honoring her legacy. It means more than words can express, and we will carry her spirit forward in everything we do. Thank you.
Our final inductee into the Kenton City Schools Alumni Hall of Fame for 2026 is Miss Stephanie Temple from the class of 1975. She graduated from Lima Technical College in accounting and started in data processing at Hardin Memorial Hospital before her 30-year career in the Kenton City Schools Treasurer Department. While her 2 sons attended KCS, she was very involved, including being president of the Coral Boosters, helping to plan their trips. Those trip planning experiences led her to open a business when she retired called Tons of Fun Travel, which now has 12 agents in 2 states and will do over $2 million in sales this year. She has planned and accompanied groups to Hawaii, Alaska, the Pacific Coast, Ireland, Italy, Paris, Normandy, and Amsterdam. Ms. Temple also uses her business to support numerous local individuals and nonprofit groups. Most recently, Stephanie created the Positivity Challenge of Kenton, Ohio on Facebook. The group is now 1,600 strong and provides an opportunity for those who love living in Kenton to share with others. She also has stepped up to chair the Revitalize Kenton Committee that organizes events, projects, and initiatives that inspire connection, pride, and progress. She lives by the mantra, somebody needs to do it, and I am somebody. Please help me welcome Miss Stephanie Temple.
Good evening and thank you. What an honor. Kenton City Schools has been such a big part of my life as a student, as an employee, and as the parent of 2 KHS grads. I'm a proud member of the class of 1975. I'm still married to my high school boyfriend 49 years later. I'm a mom, a grandma, a sister, a daughter, a friend, someone who always tries to show up for my family and my community. And these are the roles that make me most proud. After 30 years of working at Kenton City Schools, I retired and then stepped into a brand new chapter by starting my own business. This taught me that growth doesn't have to have an expiration date, and some of the most rewarding chapters come when you least expect them. To the person who nominated me and to those who believed I am worthy of this honor, thank you. I am incredibly grateful. To the graduates, this night is yours, and I imagine you're feeling a mix of excitement and uncertainty about what comes next, and that is normal. When I was in the 7th grade, students were assigned locker partners alphabetically. I was paired with Annette Ralston, and my husband, Bob Temple, was paired with Richard Teeters. None of us knew each other before then because we had come from 4 different elementary schools: East Crest, Hardin Central, Westview, and Northwood. Back then, we would have never imagined that more than 50 years later, the 4 of us would travel together to Italy and sit drinking wine at the base of Mount Vesuvius. One random moment in junior high became lifelong friendships with amazing memories. That's how life works sometimes. It unfolds in chapters you can't possibly predict. Some chapters will feel full of purpose and momentum. Others challenge you in ways you didn't expect. But every chapter will shape you if you allow it. If I can share one piece of advice, it's this. At the end of the day, be someone that you are proud of. Not because of your title or your paycheck or recognition, but because of how you treat people, how you show up, and the impact that you make. Never underestimate the value of giving your time to others. Some of the most meaningful moments in my life have come through volunteering and being part of something bigger than myself. Success looks different for everyone. Some of you will go far from here, and some of you may choose to stay as I did. And I can tell you, there is a meaningful, fulfilling, and impactful life to be built right here in this community. A life where you can make a difference not just in your own story, but in the lives of others. Wherever life takes you, never underestimate the power of being a good human, kind, dependable, willing to give back. Congratulations, class of 2026. Your story is just beginning, and it matters more than you know. Go Wildcats, and don't forget to call your mom. Thank you.
Class of 2026, you have just learned about 3 former Kenton High School graduates who have made us proud of the diploma you're about to receive. Now it's your turn. We have prepared you to go forward to meet new and exciting challenges with courage, patience, and a deep respect for yourself and others. Good luck to all of you, and remember, no matter where you go or what you do, you will always be a representative of Kenton City Schools. Thank you, and good luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you, Mr. Thrush. At this time, I'd like to introduce our first class speaker, Mr. Landon Plogger, who will now share his thoughts with the class.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Class of 2026, 6,176,160 minutes, 102,936 hours, 4,289 days. These numbers represent the amount of time we spent together from first grade until about right now, and now long this system has been running. Hi everyone, my name is Landon Plugger, and I just want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to say some things on behalf of the class of 2026. Guys, time flies. Firstly, I would like to take this opportunity to thank some very special and important people to us. Teachers, thank you for being there throughout this entire journey. We would truly not be here without you. Whether we were lost or just completely frozen under pressure, you helped us reboot and refocus. Even when you gave us every reason to crash, you stayed with us. Thank you for your endless work getting us to where we are at today. To our superintendent, the Board of Education, and our administration, thank you for keeping the system on behind the scenes. Like any good operating system, a lot of what happens goes unnoticed. Thank you for everything you do and for constantly supporting all of us. I was in a student government meeting one time, and Mr. Jones asked a question to the group along the lines of, why do we have facilities like the PAC or teachers in the classrooms? His answer was only 2 words, you guys, and he pointed to us students. That moment has stuck with me ever since, and I think about it every day. Knowing that we have a foundation that supports us and will do anything to benefit us is one of the best feelings ever. Thank you for giving us that foundation of support. To our families, thank you for being our constant power source. The early mornings and late nights, all of the how was your days and how's school going, and every day asking, did you get your stuff done? Thank you for being there for us every single time, even when our battery was getting low. And lastly, my classmates. We've done it all together. There were times when everything worked and times when nothing worked at all. We experienced sitting in Mrs. Ely's class. She was about to ask a question about a book that no one had read because we all forgot. And it gets really, really awkward when it's dead silent. The DC trip our 8th grade year, when it was mixed with the 9th graders because of COVID, we flooded the pool into the weight room and got it shut down for the entire rest of the trip. And there are so many more memories we have together. Long story short, none of us got through this journey without a couple of glitches. We felt overwhelmed with assignments, stressed out about tomorrow's test, and made plenty of mistakes along the way. But all of that has taught us something. We learned how to adjust and adapt and overcome things that are difficult. If high school has taught the class of 2026 anything, it's that we are still a work in progress and we have been learning, growing, and updating ourselves this entire journey. And that journey has only just begun. We are all patiently waiting for the next update to be released. Throughout the year, we also learned how not to let Miss Ely's FRQ Fridays totally ruin the rest of our day. That took pretty much all year, but it still counts. Now, you're probably wondering about some of the references I used. You probably have heard them if you know anything about technology. Well, technology is exactly how I would describe the class of 2026. A technological machine, like a computer, is composed of a lot of different parts that work together in unison, which is exactly like this graduating class. At the end of the day, we are all in the same machine or building working together in unison. From here, we all go somewhere a little different. Some the path is clear, others the path not so clear. But that's okay, because in life, you have to test things and adapt as you go. Our former director of technology, Ryan Collins, once told me, never compare your version 1 to someone else's version 5. So as we leave here today, let's take the knowledge that we learn, the skills we gain, keep improving, and support others as much as we can. Remember, what's in front of you is always more important than what's behind you. So let's move forward together. Class of 2026, we have finally made it. Thank you. And now our next class speaker, Valeria Gonzalez Soot.
teachers, students, family, friends, staff, and especially the graduate of 2026. I know there are about 400 people here hoping this speech won't be long so we can go out eat tonight. So I promise I'll be short. It's an honor for me to be here and see so many of you achieving another one of your goals. My name is Valeria Gonzalez Sud. We are here celebrating this graduation and receiving the great diploma we have been waiting for 4 years. I want you to feel proud of yourself today for this and for traveling such a difficult path. Today, I want to take you back to your best moments and above all, talk about how we arrive at something that unites us now. That is the feeling of moving from the last few weeks to a place of nostalgia. How many of you feel that nostalgia today? Raise your hands. Okay. Believe me, it's normal. We're living begin a stage of our lives that market us deeply, a place where we finally part of the big kids. It all started in 2022 when we arrived at the building, lost in the hallways. Some of us were excited and others were stressed in the bathroom on pictures day because of the pimples on our faces. Above all, we're excited by the idea of being a part of a group, participating in sports, being a part of the cheerleading squad or the football team. At that moment, we just wanted time to pass so we could have fun and be adults. But now that we're here, we know we don't want to let go of those moments. As I write as a final project, I start to think about what I will miss, like those math exams we studied for late at night, the frequent 5 alarms, even the cafeteria pizza, and using homework as an excuse to avoid doing chores at home. All of that ends today. No, I'll be lying if I say I know everyone. But believe me, that embarrassed me because I've been with you all since sixth grade. Even so, I want you to let every interact. I want to that every interaction I have had with any of you, no matter how small, has left a mark on me. Wherever we become close friends over the years, or just exchange a few words, I have realized that I am, in reality, the sum of all people I have met. Those memories and moments will continue to shape me. And for that, I'm deeply grateful. I want you to know that each and every one of you is so valuable. As you go into the world, wherever you're going to college, working, traveling, or just finding your way, I hope you find those little things that bring you joy. I hope you find the people and place that make you hard to say goodbye. Personally, I will not be where I am today without the many people I have met. And I want to take this opportunity to thank them. And I will start with Ms. Grubbs. Her art class were truly beautiful and brought me a great sense of peace. To my friend Damaris, thank you for your friendship, and I'm incredibly proud of you and deeply admire your intelligence and capability. Love you. Eres la mejor. To all our friends I met were here and at the high point, I'm truly proud of you and Ford. I know how difficult it was to balance our responsibility with exhausting work and sports schedule. For those who attend the high point with me over the last 2 years, I know that other responsibilities made for many late and difficult nights, but we are persevering and successes together. Finally, I want to take this opportunity to thank my parents. First, my mom. Mom, can you please stand up? ¿Te podrías parar, por favor? Gracias por estar a mi lado y por guiarme durante estos años. Te quiero. I know that caring for someone isn't easy, but believe me, your effort have been worth it. I'm here thanks to you. Your sacrificial love and your family to give me the best. Have you been a great mom and father figure to me? Thomas, thank you for being such a great person for taking up the role of father, giving the best, and receiving me with the open arms. I'm extremely grateful. And I know he's not the only one here, so thank you to all the parents and guardians who decide to take on that role in their lives of any graduate sitting here. Your work, support, and love have been a huge part of our lives, and I want to take you feel proud. I'm about to finish because the dinner wait for us. I want to thank God, as He said in Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope in a future. Amen. Thank you and congratulations to all of you. I want to introduce McKenna Walsh.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe, arguably one of the best movie franchises of all time, having grossed over $32.4 billion at the global box office. A series that taught us that part of the journey is the end, and that even when the credits roll, the legacy remains. With 26 movies in the franchise and over 2,800 characters, the universe has one of the most intertwined storylines in cinematic history. But so do we. Think back to the beginning of our Phase 1. When we first became the Avengers, it was our first day of middle school, bursting with the kind of nervous energy you only feel when you're about to step into a much larger universe. We were on our own. No longer sidekicks, but heroes in training. We could finally pick our own elective schedules, opening up a new world where we could discover hidden talents and make new friends. Of course, every origin story comes with a few plot twists. I'll always remember 7th grade, where our secret identities weren't an option because we had to wear a mask every day. Even behind them, we were learning how to communicate, stay resilient, and protect one another. We were just assembling here, finding our teams and discovering that our greatest superpower was our ability to adapt. Avengers, Age of Ultron. Now we're underclassmen. We had officially leveled up, and this was our age of discovery, where the stakes start to feel a lot more real. We were being put to the test not by just the fast paced culture of high school, but by the literal tests that seemed to never end. Sophomore year felt like we were facing a downhill of digital army of state testing. Whether it was the pressure of the biology tests or the endless hours of staring at computer screens, we were fighting to stay focused through a gauntlet of standardized questions. But we found our escape under the Friday night lights. The roar of the crowd and the blinding stadium lights felt like our own battle scene. We traded our study guides for school colors and found ourselves under those lights every week, cheering until we lost our voices. We were facing our own Age of Ultron, a machine of exams and expectations, and we proved that we were more than just a test score. Avengers Infinity War, our junior year. Constant homework, jobs, sports, ACT prep, concerts, competitions, and school trips. This was easily the hardest boss fight yet. Our schedules were so packed it felt like we were one minor inconvenience away from a total snap. We were all stressed, caffeinated, and just trying to pass our finals. But right before the end, we got our time heist moment, prom. For one night, we actually got to stop worrying about the future, trade our hoodies for suits and dresses, and just be kids one last time before the final battle. Avengers Endgame. Today it's all over. But Endgame isn't just about an ending, it's about the legacy we leave behind. We have survived the battles, made the sacrifices, and now we're here, ready for the credits to roll on this final chapter. We've gone from a group of individuals to a team that knows exactly what it means to stand by one another. As we all move on to our own spin-off series, just remember, part of the journey is the end. But for the class of 2026, the next movie is going to be even bigger. Thank you.
You guys ready? For the class of 2026, please rise. Mr. Thrush, members of the Board of Education, it is my pleasure to certify that the members of this graduating class have met or exceeded the requirements for graduation as prescribed by the State of Ohio and the Kenton City Schools Board of Education. These young men and women are eligible at this time to receive their high school diploma. Class, present yourself. Aiden Adams. Riley Adams. Alexander Beach. Parker Benson, graduating with high distinction. Gavin Bethel. Erica Biederman. Misha Blair. Jackson Blue, graduating with high distinction and academic honors diploma. Elijah Breeden. Surrey Breeding, graduating with high distinction. Harrison Breen. Bannon Brown. Hayden Brown. Blaine Bushong. Brayla Butler, graduating with high distinction. Wyatt Campbell, graduating with high distinction. Damaris Castillo Hernandez, graduating with high distinction. Mason Clark. Brady Cole, graduating with high distinction and academic honors diploma. Brenton Koppler. Brighton Koppler. Alexis Cox. Michaela Kramer. Emery Kreiner, graduating with high distinction. Catherine Crum. Gatlin Davis, graduating with high distinction and academic honors diploma. Michael Davis, Jr. Ella Donges. Tiffany Edwards. Evan Elliott. Lily Evans. Nikolai Evans. Jacob Francis, graduating with high distinction and academic honors diploma. Skylar Gambrell. Caden Gammon. Tavion Gillespie. Riley Goddard, graduating with distinction. Valeria Gonzalez Soot, graduating with high distinction. Haven Gordon. Ariana Grant, graduating with distinction. Alexis Hagedorn. Natalie Haggard Hickson. Kale Harshfield, graduating with high distinction. Addison Houdenshield, graduating with high distinction, academic honors diploma. Kimberly Heberling, graduating with high distinction, arts honors diploma. Luke Hensel, graduating with distinction. Carly Heidinger, graduating with distinction. Simon Hiller. Kaya Howe, graduating with distinction, arts honors diploma. Richard Huang, graduating with high distinction and arts honors diploma. Parker Jackson. Cameron Jaharian. Carvin Jewell. Tiffany Kalb, graduating with Ava Keel, graduating with high distinction. Austin Kennedy Nesler. Jaslyn Long, graduating with distinction. Christopher Lopez. Adeline Mans, graduating with high distinction and academic honors diploma. Amelia Mason, graduating with distinction and arts honors diploma. Carter McGinnis. Kaylee McKean, graduating with distinction. Reese McInnes, graduating with high distinction and arts honors diploma. Jaylee McMaster. Ethan McNamara, graduating with distinction and arts honors diploma. Elena Miller. Jordan Moore. Mackenzie Mock. Emma Mueller. Destiny Mullins, graduating with distinction. Jace Murphy. Braden Murrell, graduating with distinction. Thomas Mustaine, Jr. Christina Newberry, graduating with high distinction and academic honors diploma. Corey Osborne. McKinley Orcasitas. Zane Perkins. Landon Plogger, graduating with high distinction. Presley Poling, graduating with distinction. Aiden Powell. Marlon Lopez. Allison Reinhardt, graduating with distinction. Joshua Rich. Carter Richards. Adriana Rogel, graduating with distinction. Alexander Rogel. Ella Rogers, graduating with high distinction and academic honors diploma. Nick Rogers, graduating with distinction. Sergio Romero. Asen Scott. Kylie Searson, graduating with distinction. Gwyneth Sneary. Antonio Sonora. Quinlan Spearman, graduating with high distinction and academic honors diploma. Ethan Spears Johnson. Hayden Spencer, graduating with distinction. Seth Spencer, graduating with high distinction and academic honors diploma. Jenna Stalk. McKenna Stanforth, graduating with distinction and academic honors diploma. Caitlin Stevenson, graduating with distinction and Academic Honors Diploma. Carter Sunderman. Madison Taylor. Trinity Tracy. Cadence Vance. Aiden Vogel, graduating with high distinction. Alicia Wallace. Daisha Wells. Madeline West. Jack Whitmer, graduating with high distinction and Academic Honors Diploma. Kendall Wilcox, graduating with high distinction. Presley Wilson, graduating with high distinction and Academic Honors Diploma. Mary Weingartner. Garrison Werble, graduating with high distinction. McKenna Woltz, graduating with high distinction and Arts Honors Diploma. Kyler Wood.
Get your reads ready. Get your reads ready.
Jadalyn Worthington. Justin Wright, Jr. Braylon Womack. Mara Yoder. At this time, the senior class president, Mr. Harrison Breen, will lead the class in the changing of the tassel. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the class of 2026.
lock it in. You're gonna have to. Oh, that's kind of cool though. I like Connecticut. They got good pizza.